Hi. Well, firstly, I want to thank you for coming in on such short notice. I know that we were supposed to have an appointment next week, but I had a time slot open today, so I want to thank you for clearing your schedule for me. Okay, so I know that we've emailed back and forth quite a bit, so I have kind of a firm grasp on what you want for your interior design scheme. I just wanted to meet with you today to kind of show you the ideas that I've come up with and to get some feedback from you to see if I'm headed in the right direction. Is that all right? Wonderful. Okay, I have a few more questions before we start. Yeah, I already kind of have a sense of your budget and the color schemes that you like and that sort of thing. I just had a few more questions though, okay? In terms of flooring, do you prefer carpet or wood flooring? You want to go with wood throughout. Okay, I thought that might be the case, but I just wanted to be sure. Yeah. Okay, well, I do happen to have quite a few wood samples to show you today, so we'll go over those, definitely. Okay. Now, I know that when we spoke, the primary rooms that you wanted to focus on this time around were the bedroom, the master bedroom, the kitchen, the dining area, and the bathroom, correct? Great, okay. Well, I have samples for all of those. Now, I do understand that you need a children's bedroom designed as well, but that's further down the road, right? You just want to focus on these four at this time? Wonderful, okay. So what I thought I would do is you can just go ahead and take a look at the screen up there, and I will be showing you the examples I have of rooms that either I've designed before or that someone else at my firm has designed. Great. Okay, well just go ahead and take a look at the screen there and we'll start going over the options. We're going to start with the living room area. Alright, so this first example we have here, I know that you said you wanted kind of cool, muted tones for the living room. So I thought we would just throw in splashes of color here and there throughout each design. So in this particular design scheme, you have the cool gray of the couches, and those couches are micro suede. I'm sorry, microfiber, excuse me. And then the furniture is very kind of blocky shaped, so you see that you have the kind of cold black color of all of the furniture elements. That's right. They're actually made out of, I believe it's birch wood, and then they're stained. And then you see how I threw in the color, the bit of color there with the rug underneath, so that's kind of a burnt orange color. And again, we're going to be going over paint options a little bit later on too, but I wanted to show you this one because it was a white wall, so that you could kind of get a sense of if it might go with your living room or not because it's so neutral. And again, all of the design elements that you're going to be seeing, for instance, the flower vase there, they're all kind of just for show for the example. We're going to choose quite a few different accessories for your home later on. Today we're just mainly focusing on the overall design of each room so that I can get a feel for what you really want out of it. Alright? Okay, great. So let's move on to the next one now. Now, as you can see, this next design is a bit more colorful than the last. The couch is a bit more of a neutral color actually. It's almost an off-white, leading into gray, I'd say. And the throw pillows, we can choose any throw pillows that you like. I liked this particular example because I know that you have brickwork in your living room, so I wanted to show you one that has a bit of brickwork in it, as you can see there on the left wall. Yeah, so you could kind of get a feel for if it might work for you. Now, this particular couch is the micro suede option. So, and as you can see, it's a sectional, And at the end there, you can't really tell, but that's actually a chaise lounge at the end there, where the throw pillows are placed. Yeah. This was actually a design I did for a couple about a year ago. And it's kind of timeless. I mean, it's always going to kind of be in fashion. Definitely. Okay, let's move on to the next design then. Now, did you care for the last two, or are you not really speaking to you? Okay, well that's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I want you to find a living room that's a design that's great for you. So just speak up and let me know if anything works for you, or if you don't care for a particular design element. And that's right. I'm just kind of trying to get a clear picture of what you want. Wonderful. For this next selection, the floor plan is much more open, and I know that you have a large window in your living room, so I thought this would be a perfect example. Again, the colors are much more darker in this one, and there is wood flooring throughout. I also like the fact that they used two different chairs in the room, sitting chairs. Yeah, as you'll notice, there's a leather chair at the far end, and then a wooden chair. Yeah, I like the juxtaposition of the two. I really like the fact that they use the two. It's a great contrast and kind of breaks up the monotony of the design. And again, that's a mirror in the back, and I know you're not very fond of mirrors, so we can put a large piece of artwork there instead. And I do like the fan on the ceiling. Yeah, I like that touch as well. So, kind of like this design. Okay. Not crazy about it, that's fine. Alright, this design I chose to go with because I feel it's very artistic. So you have, but romantic at the same time. You have the white leather of the couches, and then you have the art on the back wall there, and again, the kind of chunky block furniture. That's right, you said you wanted to go with the cooler tone, so I stuck with all white here. However, you can tell in the carpet that's underneath, it does have almost hues of brown in it. So it will hide stains better, that's correct. I know that you have children in the home, so I try to make them as kid-friendly as possible, all of the designs. And again, you can choose any decorative elements that you like. I particularly like the candle holders there on the table, though. They almost remind me of little disco balls. I think they add a flair of, whimsy to the room, so I actually have a set of those in my home. That's right, I did this design for a couple about 3 months ago. Now, do you like this one? Or? Not so much. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I think this next one is really going to appeal to you then, because it's kind of the exact opposite of what we've been doing so far. Okay. Okay, I can see your face lit up right away. You like this one. Alright, well now I know what direction to head in then. So, as you can tell, this room has a lot more warmth to it. The colors are a lot warmer. I love those chairs. I love almost the olive green of the chairs. And then the chest that doubles as a coffee table there is just magnificent. And again, all of the artwork. I know for a fact that you have quite a bit of artwork to display in your home, so this is perfect. I do particularly care for that glass table. Yeah, I agree with you. It's a nice touch there. I feel there's a lot of wood going on in the room, a lot of wood textures being used, and I really like that glass table there. So do you like this one then? Okay. Great. I think I've kind of narrowed down the choices then for living rooms. Fantastic. Alright, we're going to move right into the kitchens now. This is the first kitchen selection that I have for you. As you can see, it's all oak cabinetry, and that's actually faux marble countertops, so it's much more affordable than marble, but it looks a lot like marble. Yeah, which is very great for the budget. So, and that particular stove is a gas stove. Yeah, I really like this. It's kind of a good mixture between kind of a country kitchen feel and a modern kitchen. I feel it walks that line very nicely. Yeah, I agree with you. And again, we can choose any fixtures that you like. So if you don't like that kind of hook-shaped sink fixture there, we can go ahead and go with another one. No problem at all. And the lighting as well. We can always switch out the lighting. That's correct. Okay, the next plan we have here is the open kitchen plan. This is very modern, I feel. I know that you said you had children, so usually an open floor plan works well for larger families. This one is more, I don't know, it feels a little bit colder to me, but I have quite a few clients who like this, and it's, that's right. Yeah, it's more of a modern kind of, I like the lighting fixture that it has there. It's kind of a sloped lighting fixture there at the far end, and then of course overhead lighting all throughout. I do like the fact that the wood cabinetry brings in a certain warmth to it. That's nice. And then this is more for a floor plan with a conjoined dining room. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and of course you can always switch out everything and make this kind of your own. I just kind of wanted to show you this in terms of the layout. Okay, don't really care. Okay. Totally understand. Great. This next selection here, yeah, this is my favorite. I actually designed this particular kitchen about, I'm trying to think, about 9 months ago. And I love the fact that it looks updated, modern, but it still has that warmth. The only thing I didn't care for, and at the time I told the clients that I would go with something different, were the bar stools. I felt that they were much too modern. They almost remind me of a hairdresser chair for some reason. So I told them that right away, but they insisted on going with this, and my clients are the ones who have to live in the houses, so their decision is the last decision. So I really love the feel of this though, and I know your kitchen is kind of oddly shaped like this too, so this is a perfect idea, especially for families, because you do get that bar space there, that counter space. Yeah. Do you like that one? Okay. Wonderful. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next section, and we're going to go into bedrooms. Okay, this is always my favorite part of interior designing. I don't know why, but I always love designing the bedrooms. I guess it's just because they're a place of relaxation and comfort, and I love it. Yeah. This first design here is one of my absolute favorites. I love the way we've stenciled the floral design on the back, on the headboard there. I love the color scheme of the room. It's very subtle, very charming, I feel, elegant, but it's still just, I think it just really reflects a sense of luxury. I didn't design this room personally, unfortunately. I can't take credit for it. It's actually a colleague of mine here at the firm who's since actually left to start her own firm, but I absolutely love this. Yeah, oh definitely, we'd be able to duplicate this if you like it. Yeah, any of the designs we'd be able to duplicate, no problem at all. And again, you can choose different color schemes too, so you could always go with a lavender bedspread and, you know, light purple wall, whatever you know, kind of whatever color scheme you want to go with, and we'll talk about that later on, definitely. I do like the way that there's a little seating area though, almost a window seat there, and on the side I do like that as well. And the lamps, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, okay. Well, let's move on to the next room then. I'm sorry, would you like any coffee or tea or anything? No? You're good? Okay. Well, if you do, you let me know. Forgot to ask you in the beginning. I'm so sorry. Kind of absent-minded today. All right. So this next design here is, I call it the purple room. It's different shades of purple basically, and I love the way in particular they use the frames there, just kind of empty frames as a design element on the wall. And it almost looks like a mirror there in the back, and I know that you don't like mirrors, so we'd of course go with artwork or something different completely, that's fine. Yeah, this bedroom is a bit more modern, I feel. I know that you said that you had a window in your bedroom, so I picked this example just to give you a feel for, yeah, it's almost the same look and feel of your window, so that's why I chose this one. And I know you said you liked, for the room you wanted kind of the more darker colors or more colorful, so I chose this one. And again, we can go with a different shade of purple or a different shade entirely of a different color, so we can customize it completely, that's right. Alright, this room I feel is very elegant, luxurious, it's very opulent I feel, and I love the artwork there on the back wall, it's just amazing. Yeah, that bedspread is actually almost a quilted bedspread, but not quite. And I like the fact that it almost looks like two beds put together, almost like a column bed. Yeah. I feel this one's kind of fun and flirty, but not gaudy, and that's what I love about it. Yeah, not over the top. Yeah, and again, you can go with any different colors that you like. This particular example, they had the bedroom or the bathroom leading directly off. It was an ensuite bathroom, and I know that you have a similar layout, so yeah. And do you like the tables there on the side with the column kind of look? Okay. Okay. Just taking notes to make sure I can't remember all this. Great, okay. Now this next room here, I feel it's kind of a more nature-based. I don't know if it's the coloring on the walls or the fact that there's a plant in there, but it always gives me a more organic, kind of subdued feel. And of course you have the purple splashes in there, and I love that clock on the bedside table. We actually get that from one of our distributors, and it's an old-fashioned clock. Well, it's designed as an old-fashioned clock, but it has all modern mechanisms in it. And again, this is more kind of a block-style bed. Yeah. You don't much care for that? Okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and move on. Okay, let's move on to this next bedroom here. Now, I have to tell you, I am partial to this bedroom. I'll just be upfront. I love this bedroom. I have a bedroom similar to this in my home, and it's actually the guest room. And, I mean, of course, not the same, but I love it. I love the colors. I love the different rugs that are used throughout this room. Kind of feels old-fashioned, traditional, but still kind of more modern. Okay. You do like this one, okay? Yeah, it seems like I'm saving the best for last each time, huh? You seem to care for the ones I show you last. We should just skip to the last ones then, right? Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Now, what exactly do you like about this room? Do you like the colors? Pretty much everything. Okay, great. That makes my job easy then. Now we're going to be moving on to dining rooms. I only have 2 selections here for you, and same goes for the bathroom, because I know that we've talked at length about these particular rooms and we've kind of narrowed them down already. So this first dining room here is kind of that long table modern dining room that you wanted, or that we spoke about. Yeah. So again, you have a lot of windows in your living room area and your dining room area, so I wanted to kind of incorporate the outdoors indoors. So I thought lining the table up with the window itself would really bring in that organic feel. wanted to be sure. She did say modern, so. Great. Okay, well then, let's go to this next one then. It's more of a traditional, and I think you'll really like it. Yeah, I thought you might like this, and I know it's a rounded table or an oval table, which you said you might want. And they used wallpaper in here, but I don't think we should really go with wallpaper in your dining room. Yeah, so again, this is very traditional, and I love the fact that they use the rug there to kind of draw your attention to the table itself, and then that lighting fixture hanging from the ceiling is just magnificent. It's beautiful. Very simple chandelier style. That's right. It almost has an antique feel. The whole room almost has an antique feel, but it's not cold or unwelcoming. It's very, I don't know, I just feel like you could be very hospitable in this room. Yeah. You like that? Okay. Move on to the bathrooms then. Okay, for the bathrooms, I dug through my files and I couldn't seem to get any complete pictures of the whole bathroom, so I did find these pictures though that kind of showed you the basic design elements of the bathroom. And again, we're going to personalize it to you and your family's taste. So this, I felt, was very modern, elegant, sophisticated. Those words kind of came to mind. I love the fact that it's marble. It almost reminds me of like a Roman bathhouse kind of feel for some reason. Yeah, I liked that. Do you like that one? Okay. And again, we can use a porcelain tub, or we can bring in the marble throughout the rest of the bathroom. And then this next bathroom is much more modern than this is, and it's more use of blacks and kind of steel. Yeah, much more of a clean look, I feel, but I don't know, the previous one I showed you, I prefer that, I think, for your room. This room, I don't too much care for the red-orange tile look, I guess. Yeah, not for your space, really. I brought it out, I brought out this example because I knew that you said you wanted more of a black steel kind of look, but I feel the last design would be better for you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Let me just take some lessons on that then. And now we're going to go over some of the flooring options that I talked about. All right, so this is the first wood sample I have for you. It's almost like a cherry wood. I really like this because it has a reddish tint to it. Yeah. Okay, this next sample here is parquet flooring. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of parquet, but quite a few of my clients like it, so I always offer it, but yeah. And this last one here is knotted pine. You'd prefer the first one? Okay. Fantastic. All right, now here comes the fun part. I'm going to show you color swatches. So, I'm going to give you a few recommendations of what I think would look good in each room. All right? So I think for the dining room, personally, I like antique white for the dining room. I also like azure mist, and I don't recommend black just because it is kind of, you know, a darker color. It would make the space look smaller, I think. And I like the color bisque for that room as well. Okay, now you don't have to make any of the color decisions today. In fact, I'd prefer you take your time and just kind of get a feel for what color works for you. I'll give you these color swatches to take home, and you can kind of put them up against the wall to see what might work best. Okay? Now, for the bedroom, I like the colors Bluebell here. I like Bow Blue, it's called. And I also like, it's this other color here. Let me find it in the catalog over here. Carolina blue. I thought blues would go really well because they also go solo with purple, and especially light purples. But blue is just so relaxing and calming, and I know you wanted kind of a sanctuary, so I thought that might be a good option. All right, for the bathroom, I like the color Celeste. It's a kind of it's a greenish, almost mint color. I prefer the color corn. It's called corn. It's a yellow color, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And then I like this periwinkle color here. It's a light periwinkle. I really think it'll really brighten up the room. All right. And again, I'll give you notes to take home that has all of these color suggestions so you can look through the swatches. And then for let's see what last room, the kitchen we have here. For that room, I like the deep peach. I also like, trying to find my notes here. It's a color called flax. It's a very, almost kind of darker than beige. And then I like the Granny Smith apple color. Okay. Okay, great. So once again, I'm going to give you all these swatches to take home, and you can take your time going over them, seeing which ones work best for the rooms. Wonderful. I'm also going to send you home with these fabric swatches. These are the colors that I chose that I think are perfect for the various rooms. The curtains, we can reupholster the furniture in these colors, that sort of thing. Even we can make the throw pillows out of it too. Yeah, that would be great. I really like this burgundy color. Especially, I thought that was great for the living room to just throw in a bit of a rich color to it. And I like this kind of mint blue here. I liked that one for the bedroom. Yeah, or even could even use this for the curtains that you have in the bathroom there, because I know you have a window in there. That would be good too. Well, it was absolutely a pleasure meeting you. It was great to finally put a face to the name. I know we've been bouncing emails and phone calls back and forth for a few weeks now, so yeah. Well, I'm going to be sending you home with quite a bit of information and samples and things, so you just take your time, and we'll meet again in a couple weeks, and then we'll get the ball rolling, and I'll contact the vendors and all that. All right? Oh, also, I know that you mentioned that you wanted your landscape designed, and we happen to have someone here on staff who does that. So I'm going to send you home with her contact information so that you can give her a call and set up an appointment to get that done too, because she's absolutely wonderful. She's great. Yeah, I know that you said you kind of wanted a garden feel back there with lots of roses and hydrangeas and that sort of thing, and she actually specializes in floral gardens. So you're in luck there, yeah. Well, okay. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I'll give you a call in a couple weeks, and we'll set your next appointment up, and we'll have another meeting. And at that time, I'd like to start kind of going over each room at a time. So maybe one meeting will deal with only the kitchen, and we'll go over all the fixtures and all the cabinetry and all that sort of thing. And then the next meeting we'll do the dining room. All right. Well, okay, you take care. And if you have any questions or concerns or anything about any of the things I'm sending you home with, you just feel free to give me a call or email me again, and I'll be more than happy to help you with anything. Wonderful. Okay, you take care.